This regular board meeting will be conducted pursuant to the provisions of the Governor's Executive Order N-25-20, which suspends certain requirements of the Ralph M. Brown Act. The Board of Education will conduct this meeting as a teleconference. Remote access to the Board of Education regular meeting in compliance with the Governor's Executive Order N-25-20 in response to the ongoing COVID-19 outbreak. The district is conducting the Board of Education meeting as a teleconference. Please use the following toll-free number and meeting ID number to call the meeting. This is the meeting of May 18th. Telephone number 1-669-900-9128. Meeting ID 884-1592-4776. Password 831434, or join us on computer using Zoom. That address is on the front of the board agenda. The board agenda is available online, www.TUSD.org. Public comment can be submitted via the email to the superintendent at superintendent.tusd.org. Submissions will be read aloud at the public meeting. Submissions can be received prior to the start of the open session of the board meeting. The guidelines for public comment will be in accordance with Board Policy 2350, reasonable accommodations for any individual with a disability. Thank you, Mrs. Reagans. You can take it from there.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mara, I just texted you that Mr. Hahn needs a link to get in. He's having trouble.
I sent him a link too.
Yeah, hopefully we can get him onto the call here momentarily. In the meantime, I think we will forego the pledge this evening since we're having a few technology issues. We don't want to press our luck. And we will go to our report out of closed session. We did have a couple of actions in closed session that I need to report on. The Board of Education in closed session voted unanimously to approve the following administrative appointments effective July 1st, 2020. The first is Kara Heinrich Dougherty, the Director of Curriculum and Instruction for Educational Services. Kara has served as principal at West High School since July 2017. She previously served as principal at Jefferson Middle School from July 2014 to June 2017. She came to our district from the Redondo Beach Unified School District, where she served as principal at Jefferson Elementary School since 2009. She previously served in the Roland Unified School District in the following positions: Vice Principal at La Cita Elementary School from 2005 to 2009, Categorical Program Specialist at Yorbita Elementary School and Ibarra Academy of Technology of the Arts from 2005 to 2005, and Elementary Teacher at Ibarra Academy of the Arts and Technology from 1996 to 2005. She received her Bachelor of Science in Human Development at the University of California, Davis in 1995, her Master's of Education at Claremont Graduate University in 1999, and her Master's of Education in School Administration at the University of California, LA, UCLA in 2005. We would like to congratulate Kara. They will miss her at West High School, but we will wish her well in this new endeavor. And the second appointment is Mr. John Sweet as Assistant Principal at Casimir Middle School. John has served as Acting Assistant Principal at Casimir Middle School since September 2019. He previously served as a social science teacher at North High School from September 2015 to June 2019. He also taught in our district at middle and high school level from September 1999 through June 2007. He also served in the Paris Unified School District from June 2008 to June 2015. John received his Bachelor of Arts in History at Cal State University, Chico in December 1994, and his Master of Arts in Military Science from American Military University in September 2006. We would like to congratulate John, and I know Casimir is happy to have him remain there with them. So congratulations to both those new administrators. And that is our only report out of closed session.
Madam President,
Yes, sir.
you did do a release of an employee.
Oh, I do not have that readout, actually, Dr. Manning.
Okay, then we will need to do that at our next board meeting.
Okay.
And I would ask you to go back to item number 6, which
Yes.
is adoption of the agenda.
Oh, you're right. I did not do that.
I'll make the
Mr.
motion to approve the agenda.
Okay. Is there a second? Anybody? Board member? Oh, Betty is on mute. I see her. She's saying second, I think.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded that we adopt the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. The agenda is adopted. Thank you. And we've had the report of closed session, and we will have another personnel item to report out unless Dr. Liberati.
Madam President, I actually have that readout if you would allow me to do it.
Yes, please. I do not. Thank you.
Excuse me. The Board of Education at its meeting of May 18th, 2020, in closed session, voted unanimously to release certificated employee case number 4-19/20 and authorize the superintendent or his designee to provide notice on or before June 30th, 2019, that the employee shall be released from the first-year probationary position at the conclusion of the 2019-2020 school year. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that, Dr. Manning. Mr. Hahn is still having trouble getting in, Mr. Mara. If you could send him a link again, we'd appreciate it. So many things happening here right now. That ends our report, full report of closed session. Thank you for filling in there, Dr. Manning. We will move on to staff presentations and information. And we are lucky enough this evening to have the Executive Director of the Torrance Education Foundation, Sharina Sandlo, join us to do that in person. So, Shireen, you're on. Tell us what's going on.
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to say hello to everybody. I feel like I haven't seen everyone in a long time, so it's good to see everyone's faces. Some updates regarding TEF. So we have been working remotely for the most part. However, the staff and I have been going into the office, especially these past couple of weeks, with some of our board members to prepare for our virtual auction and event that we have coming up. We're very, very excited about that. Our virtual auction when the preview became available this afternoon. So if you visit TEF event. Sorry. If you visit tefevent.givesmart.com, you can see all of our previewed items. Also, if you just go to our website, it'll take you, the link will take you directly there. The auction will become live at 8 a.m. on Thursday morning, and it'll be a week-long auction that's available from Thursday the 21st, and it will close on Thursday, May 28th at 7 p.m. We have a lot of really great items available, so hopefully everyone at the district can look at the items and can help us market and advertise that as much as possible. We're very excited. We're going to conclude our event on Thursday the 28th with a Facebook Live car raffle drawing, which will be hosted at the Lexus dealership in Torrance, and Martha and myself will be there, and we will be picking the winning ticket for the car raffle, as well as acknowledging and thanking all of our sponsors and donors for the event, and talking a little bit about TEF, our mission, and how we are here and we're striving to help support the district during these challenging times, I think, for everyone. So we're very excited about that. The car raffle tickets, these numbers are not accurate because we did have our last turn-in date on Friday. So a week ago, our numbers, we had 895 tickets sold and about a little over almost $36,000 raised. But I know that we definitely have a lot more that has come in on Thursday and Friday of last week. So we definitely will have over 1,000 tickets. And we are selling tickets up until the 21st. However, now they're only by phone in. So if anyone still wants to purchase tickets, they can call in to the office and Cynthia will be able to process tickets, taking credit card payments, and then mail you your stubs.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
So there are still some schools you haven't gotten tickets back from. Can I put out a plea for those schools that haven't gotten back to you to please get their tickets in so that they are part of the drawing?
Yes, thank you so much, Terry. We've reached out to all of the schools. There are a few schools that did respond back and said that unfortunately they just didn't sell any tickets. But there are some that said that they put it in the mail and that they will be mailing in their tickets, whether they were 10 tickets or 100 tickets. So whatever it is, we have been in contact with them, and thank you so much for your support getting that messaging out as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Just because I did it, it might be a good idea. Is I had paid to go to the dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't for Shireen's purpose because she's already done it for me, but as a way, because I got the offer for either a donation or whatever it may be. So I recommended that I take my $350 for the tickets and convert them all into raffle tickets for the Lexus. So, which I thought was a pretty good idea, actually. So if anybody's out there with tickets to the dinner that they can't use, that might be a way to boost up the raffle tickets, right, Shireen?
Yes, that would work as well.
And do I get receipts for mine, by the way?
Yes, you should get a receipt, but because now they're raffle tickets, they're not tax deductible. So that is the catch-22 there. So if you made
but do I get the stubs? Do I get the stubs because
you should have received did you not receive any stubs in the mail yet?
Nope, nothing.
Okay, I'll email Cynthia and I'll find out what happened with your stubs, because I know she converted them over. I saw that edit that she made on the platform, and I'll just make sure that she mailed your stubs.
And that Mrs. Reagan's gets credit for selling them.
Oh.
Yes, I will do that. I will do that. Thanks, Don.
Thank you. Okay.
What else? So sorry. Now I pulled up my email and I forgot what I was doing. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh, so we also were very, very excited to announce and send out our scholarship updates. So we were able to give 17 graduating senior scholarships this year for a total of $27,500. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, we did not move forward with doing a scholarship reception, but we did mail home certificates to each of the students, and we asked them to take a picture with the certificate. Once we receive all 17 pictures, we will upload to social media to acknowledge the students that received their scholarships. So we're very, very excited about that. And of course, thank you to our partners and some of our community businesses like Continental Development and Surf Management that provide scholarships through the Ed Foundation. We also have our summer school, our South Bay Enrichment Academy coming up. Currently, all high school classes will be done virtually online, and there is registration open available currently on our website. Middle school and elementary will also be done online. However, the classes are still waiting to come up, and they will probably be up in the next week or so. We're just tying up some loose ends as we had to convert now to virtual for everyone. So if we have any students that want to take classes, we have those online classes available. And it just makes it a little bit more convenient. So you could take maybe more classes than you were hoping to take otherwise. And I think that is it from the Ed Foundation. Thank you so much.
Anybody have any questions or comments for the TEF? They have continued on and they are soldiering through. So hopefully people will do the auction and help us to sell those items, as well as maybe win a car if you buy car tickets.
Yes, definitely.
I have shared it with the person in my house who likes silent auctions.
All right, it's time.
Thank you.
That was very gallant of you, Mr. Lee. Okay, well, thank you for being here with us this evening. Our second person who is joining us this evening is our student representative. And oh my gosh, Catherine, this is only your second meeting, and it's going to be your last meeting with us. But
Yeah, I know.
I do want to introduce Dr. Egan in case he wants to say anything to reintroduce you before you go forth.
Thank you, Mrs. Dragons and members of the board. Good evening. Yes, just want to turn the platform over to Catherine. We appreciate having you here, and certainly sorry we couldn't have you here for more meetings, but trust you're doing well at home and eager to finish this school year and get on to the next great chapter in your life too. So anyways, I want to turn it over to you and tell us what's going on with Torrance High.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I just want to say I really appreciate being able to just be here and listen to you guys. I listen to you guys talk and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I get to be with adults. They sound so smart. But yeah, I just really am appreciative of this experience and just being able to, I know I'm graduating high school. I'm technically still in high school, but just taking that next step into adulthood and just getting as much of it as I can. So I appreciate being able to listen to you guys try to do what you can during this time and just make sure that Torrance is as the best as it possibly can be. So thank you for that.
Catherine, I'll trade places with you right now.
You want to trade places? Oh my goodness. Maybe I'm not quite ready, but almost. Yeah, so for Torrance High, previously, and I don't remember if I said it in the last meeting, but we talked about the Tartar TikTok challenge for each class to participate in. It was a dance, and we got a lot of participants for that, so that was really cool. Each class had their own dance. And then just this week, we introduced the teacher dance. So we got to watch the teachers dance to the song Break My Stride. You guys know that song? I feel like a couple of you might know that song. Yeah, they got to dance to that song, and it's up on our YouTube channel if you guys want to go check that out. It's pretty funny. But yeah, just doing whatever we can to keep the kids focused. It's AP week right now. So I had an AP test last week and it wasn't as bad as I thought. So we're just doing the best we can to keep those kids encouraged. We've also been showing teacher senior portraits and posting it and like having a fun little guessing game saying, oh, do you know what teacher this is? And you get a free lanyard if you guess it. So just trying to do whatever we can to make sure that these kids aren't too bummed out. And today for the seniors, we got to pick up our lawn signs and caps and gowns. So that was pretty cool. They had a pretty good system, and it was nice to see a couple teachers and parents there just really trying their best to help in whatever way they can. And then, yeah, we've got a bunch of video production stuff going on for achievement awards and baccalaureate and graduation. So that should be coming sometime next month. And yeah, other than that, we're all just hanging on and just trying to finish with a bang. So yeah.
Can I ask you how your AP test procedure went? You took it at home on your own computer, right?
Yes, I took it at home on my laptop. It was actually really easier than I thought it would be. I was kind of stressed out because I'd heard it was going to be easier, but I was like, oh, is it actually going to be easier, or are people just saying that? But what happened is it was only 45 minutes rather than like a bunch of hours. Like it was way shorter than usual. And I was like, oh, thank God, thank God. And all it was just writing an essay. It was one essay that we had about 40 minutes to write. And what we did was we accessed our AP ID number or whatever test code they had for that specific person through the email. And then it would take us to this page, and you put your name in, and of course, and all that, and you just type. And then you can either attach that file to the link they gave you, or you could just copy and paste it, and then you submit it, and you're done. So yeah, that was really easy. And they also submit it to your teachers, so they catch you if you're cheating. And so when else writes it for you, they'll know, because your teachers will be like, oh, that's not their writing. What are they doing?
Okay.
So yeah, that's how they make sure that no one really is cheating too much. But yeah, other than that, it was really smooth. It was easy for me. So I just hope it was easy for other kids too. And yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear. Good, because I was
Mhm.
wondering how it was going for the actual folks taking the tests. Cool.
Did you hear other people having trouble uploading the answers to the AP exams?
Yes, I did hear about that. It didn't happen for me, but I believe what happened was that they either submitted it too late or it was just an overload of people trying to all upload at the same time. And then just the server for AP Central just couldn't handle all that at once. So then they had to like retake it again.
Wow.
And then also just other minor errors like a wrong file that they couldn't accept or stuff like that. So yeah, there were a couple, not too many, but a few trouble with submitting it, but then they get to retake it in June, so it wasn't too bad. But hopefully when they do it in June, that it won't have any, I guess, inconvenience and stuff like that.
Hopefully that didn't happen to too many people.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, ooh, I'm so glad that's not me.
Yeah, wow. Well, trials and tribulations of this situation.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much. And I will look at the YouTube channel. I enjoyed the other dance ones that you sent us to last time. So
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions or comments for Catherine? Mr. Lee, nothing to say about Torrance High for Catherine before she goes?
Go Tartars.
Woo!
We're working on the graduation. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, having said that, I think that we will have a certificate for you, and you will actually get your name plaque at some point that you had at the board meeting. So we'll make sure
Cool.
that
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, one.
so you can put it on your desk at school or whatever you want to do with it, but it
Thank you
will
very
be
much.
yours.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Okay, moving on to oral communications or unscheduled hearings.
Madam President, I have no emails for discussion of oral communication or discussion action. So you actually could, and this is the only time I've ever told you this, dispense with reading those two areas. I have no emails.
I'm happy to do so if I have consensus of the other board members. Maybe
Sure.
you dispense with that reading?
Sure.
Yes, yes. How about raise your hand if it's okay? Anybody? Okay. We have consensus. Yay. So we're going to move on. We have one discussion action item actually that we do need to move on, and it's the approval of proposed board policy updates for March 2020 revisions. This is the first reading, but we can approve just the first reading or waive the second reading. Do I have a motion?
Approve the first reading and waive the second reading.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the proposed board policies update for March 2020. Approve the first reading and waive the second reading. Is there any discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, all of those revisions have passed. That takes us to our consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve items 11 through 18, all inclusive.
Second.
Anybody want to look at any individual item before we? No? Okay, I think, Betty, I heard you second. Did you
Yes.
second? Okay, so we have a motion and a second to approve all consent items through 18. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carried. All those consent items are passed. We do have an information section. There is a board calendar that has the remaining events that will be happening in the district through the end of the school year. Please check that out, including graduation dates and all those sorts of things so that you can be informed. And there is for 19.2, there is a section on revisions to administrative regulations for the March 2020 revisions. Those coincide with the policy updates that we did just do. And that leads us to comments from members of the Board of Education, beginning with Mr. Hahn. Do we know anything about SoCal Rock at this point?
So this Thursday is our board meeting. So I will have an update next week, but we have a board meeting this Thursday and it should be very interesting. So yeah, obviously with everything that's going on. So I'll let you know after this Thursday.
Yeah, I'm very concerned about them and their revenue stream with the adults classes, etc.
Exactly.
So be very interested to see what you find out from them. Okay, excuse me. We have some other comments from board members, but I think first Dr. Mann had something that he wanted to share with us.
Thank you, Madam President, for giving me the time. Tomorrow, a letter is going out to families in our community. I wanted to read the first three paragraphs of the letter. I hope you and your family continue to be healthy and safe. Thank you for your patience and understanding as we continue to adjust, just like you, to this drastic changes in the last 2 months to our daily routines. I am proud of our TUSD community, students, parents, teachers, staff, and administrators for their positivity, their flexibility, resilience through this health emergency. The Los Angeles County Department of Public Health announced last week that the Safer at Home order would continue indefinitely, which means students will not return to school for this academic year. We hope this situation would improve and our students could return to their school, but unfortunately, this is no longer possible for this school year. On May 27th, 2020, the Los Angeles County Office of Education plans on releasing, return to school guidelines that TUSD will use to develop our plan for a safe return to school for the 2020-2021 school year. There are still 3 months until the beginning of school, and we know COVID-19 information changes rapidly. We will soon be providing opportunities for parents to offer their input on educational options and opportunities for the 2021 school year. Also in this letter, we discuss graduation and the end of the year celebrations and what we have been doing involved in dual planning. So this will go out tomorrow morning to all of our families, and we wish them the very best. And thank you, Mrs. Reagans, for providing me time.
Thank you, Dr. Mann. And I know people are anxious to know exactly what's going to be happening the rest of the school year as well as the beginning of next. So whatever information we have that we can share, I appreciate passing that along. So please look for your email, folks, and see what's coming forward tomorrow to you all. We have another actual report from a board representative. I believe that Mr. Gerson had the opportunity finally to attend a delegate assembly, and that's for our California School Boards Association. And I hope that he has some nuggets to share with us this evening. Mr. Gerson.
Well, it was, I think I told you all, I thought cute that they were going to try and run a 2-day delegate assembly in 90 minutes online. So they cut off the meeting at 3.5 hours. It was very long. So there are 292 delegates in California made up of school board members, and 244 were in attendance. There were several issues, but the most important one was the Schools and Committees First Initiative, which people call the Bankroll Initiative, which is addressing some inequities on the corporate side of Prop 13. And so a lot of data was presented to us, including who is supporting this, including CTA, CFT, California PTA, CSCA, SEIU, ACSA is one of the new add-ons, the California League of Women Voters, and the California Democratic Party. And then we discussed the difficulties with it and the challenges, as well as who does not support it, which was California Business Roundtable, the California Chamber of Commerce, Howard Jarvis, and the California Farm Bureau. So we went through the whole thing. First, the motion to oppose it was defeated, and then the motion to support it was defeated. And I can tell you, the third one, CSBA will be taking no position. It was 64% to 36%. So that was probably the longest section, was the debate on that. If you have questions on how that came about, I'd be happy to answer it. But that was the most important thing, I think.
Oh, interesting.
It was interesting. 33% of districts in California were laying off teachers before COVID-19. Luckily, that's not something that Torrance Unified was a part of. They talked about the $19 billion shortfall over the next 3 years and the 10% reduction in LCFF. And they have another informational meeting for CSBA members coming up, which I know I've seen Terry and Betty join in on those. And so there's another one coming up soon.
Did they talk about returning to school?
Well, as most of us know, we were on Thursday's call with Dr. Ferrer, and we know that she's not going to be giving her guidance, she said, for at least another 3 or 4 weeks on what school reopening might look like. And so CSBA is also waiting for more guidance from the CDE. And because each county is, has a different public health, I think they're just going to be giving information to us via regions. So, and I know you're on those emails, so that was it.
Okay. Well, everybody's having their meetings and trying to figure out where we're going from here. And let's see, any other board members? James or Betty, did you have anything you wanted to add to the conversation here before we end off this evening?
I don't.
Nope.
Everyone stay safe and healthy.
Okay. Mr. Hahn, anything else?
Same with me. Just everybody stay healthy. Good luck on the AP exams. Everyone who's got them left.
I wanted to add a couple of things before we ended. This is Classified Employees Week, so classified employees, thank you for still working. You are some of the folks who are still on our campuses and working for our schools, so thank you for doing that. You be safe and be careful in what you're doing. I just wanted y'all to know I just received a text after Dr. Mannon read his letter with a parent already saying, thank you, I needed and wanted that information. It's good to know something here. So they appreciated that. And I also wanted to mention, I know we passed a resolution to this effect, but this May is Mental Health Month. I think that's particularly relevant in the face of COVID-19. So I want to make people aware of paying attention to your own psychological condition and your needs and the needs of your family, et cetera, so that all doesn't go by the wayside. And life goes on as we move forward through this COVID time. I'm not even sure how to say that. Anything else? Last chance. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Nothing, Dr. Mannon, you looked like you were ready to say something.
No, ma'am, I was listening to you.
Okay. Okay, then I will adjourn in memory of the retired custodian, Robert Billingsley. Can I have a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Right, we are adjourned for the evening. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank
Later.
Take care.
Bye, Catherine. Good luck.
Bye. Thank you.
Claire.
Catherine.